Get back to the weather now as we bring in First Alert meteorologist Cutter Martin in our new studio. And Cutter, yes, the warm-up is here, but we can see that rain right behind you.
Yeah, Rick, not just one wave of rain. We're talking about multiple chances, albeit needed, chances of showers and possibly even some thunderstorms by the time we get into tomorrow afternoon. Greater chance on Thursday. So a lot to talk about in the First Alert forecast. In fact, we'll go ahead and walk you through it. Beginning with tonight, already some weather out there, not in the form of rain, but we are tracking a greater chance of fog overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, and that will certainly persist at least through the mid-morning hours. In fact, as we take a look outside, we're going to open our First Alert weather sphere. Visibility just starting to come down across Baltimore City. Looking outside from the First Alert Weather Observatory, I think the fog will become more widespread in the hour-by-hour forecast here over the next 1 to 2 hours. Case in point, you get to the other side of midnight, temperatures try to cool another degree or two, and notice how our panels here go from clear-ish to absolutely pea soup here. Fogged in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, and then as we get to 5, 6 o'clock, right as the morning commute is picking up, that's when that rain chance is going to start to climb yet again in the First Alert forecast. So a lot to watch out for. The fog first, that's already starting. Dense fog advisory in effect for part of the area, and then a greater chance of rain just in time for that morning commute. Again, waves of rain ahead in the First Alert forecast, something that I think will increase closer to sunrise. As we get into the kind of 4 or 5 o'clock window, though, that hour by hour for Baltimore City, just to drive home how widespread fog could be. 6, 7 o'clock in the morning visibility across much of the area, less than a mile. So if you're someone a little weary of driving in the fog, or you live in an area that has particularly dense fog, in a valley or close to a river, certainly plan an extra few minutes into your morning routine. Temperature-wise, no issue, though. We're in the low to mid-40s. No ice, no snow, no slick spots as far as ice is concerned tomorrow morning, but still moderate commute impact 6 to 10 a.m. because of the fog, which will then give way to that chance of rain. After a morning kind of period of wet weather, especially north of I-70, we're going to try to warm up back into the low to mid-50s, maybe a peak or two of sunshine in the afternoon, but not completely done with the rain. Notice mountains, western Maryland, that rain chance continues into the afternoon. Southern Maryland, eastern shore and beaches, we'll get a nice midday lull with temperatures mostly in the 50s to right at 60 southwest of the city, but that chance of rain will return. Notice the range in temperatures, upper 40s, lower 50s, Hartford, Cecil County, 57 Baltimore, 60 College Park, mid 60s for southern Maryland, getting into our Prince George's County, kind of southern end of the county, D.C. suburbs. That's where it will be warmest tomorrow, but across the board, not bad. Here's that second chance of rain after morning showers. We're talking about 2 o'clock, fairly quiet. Quickly, though, this is band number 2, once again rolling out of West Virginia as we get into tomorrow afternoon and evening. Rain could be heavy for the evening commute as well. Any dinner plans that you may have, something to certainly watch over the next 24 hours. The team will continue to keep you updated. Tricky temperature forecast on Friday. We have a high of 57, but there is still some uncertainty in that forecast. As we take a look at the big map, want to draw your attention to Baltimore and where it is on the temperature map here over the next 24 to 36 hours and then beyond. Warm air trying to win out, but it doesn't. Cold air, another surge, tries to get in on Friday. It is a battle right over the heart of the mid-Atlantic, and of course that is something that unfortunately puts Baltimore right in an unusually uncertain area for that Friday forecast, with highs in the mid to upper 50s. And then as we get into our Saturday, back to 63, 67 on Sunday, and then finally we know warm air is going to win out eventually, getting into early next week. Temperatures back in the lower 70s. So fog tonight, rain in the morning, more rain, maybe a few storms tomorrow evening, and then finally drier and warmer weekend into next week. Alex.